Oh, let's see if it'll work for me on this side. There it is. My special presentation. I'm foregoing the slideshow for obvious reasons. This episode.
Mm-hmm.
To begin with, let me get rid of all this. There we go. Little Mervin there. I love that guy.
Hello, Mervin.
Hello, Mervin.
So cute. That's the thing. I was looking for. He's AI generated, by the way. Obviously, like no human would have put this thing together. But I was looking for a flamingo in a Halloween sweater. Right. This is what it spit out.
Okay.
I got Mervin and his cousin, the pink one, who's I haven't named yet. He's not as cute, honestly. I don't think he's that. He's gonna come up in the slideshow. I'll point him out to you when he gets there. Mervin's cousin. Maybe you can name him if you want. That'll be your honor.
Now, how did Mervin get his name?
I don't know. I probably stole it from somewhere. Same place I got Dervis, probably. So I don't know. When I was a child, I had a baby doll, like a stuffed animal, like baby, that I called Marvin. I think Mervin is funnier because it's more unusual. Even though Marvin isn't that unusual.
Wasn't Mervin's also a department store?
Hey, Tony. Welcome.
Tony.
It was. And maybe still is. Toys R Us made a comeback. Maybe Mervin's will come back. I'll take your answer in the typing square.
Oh, yeah.
Tony, do you think Mervin's is coming back? I'm going to be hitting it hard tonight.
It's going to be another sub-department inside of Macy's or Kohl's or whoever has Toys R Us.
Come visit our Mervins in the Macy's in the middle of Dillard's behind the Starbucks. I'm sort of excited for the probably not, says Tony. Damn it!
Oh man!
All right, well, I'm gonna hope and pray. I'm gonna live, laugh, and love is what I'm gonna get to do here eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also I almost forgot to say hi, Tony, because I was forgetting I had a microphone and was going to type it out.
You're moderating in real life, in real time now. So
IRL.
It's so funny. That happens more often than not. Well, someone will come on the show and they'll think that they're listening at home. And I go, hello, you're on the show. And they go, oh. And when I get it, sometimes you just get carried away in the magic, whatever that is, regarding this show.
You feel the magic, but you don't hear the roar.
You can type it out too, says Tony. So we're listening to a dark synth cyberpunk mix. Kayla's choice. I'm enjoying it from White Bat Audio. I like to credit people because I always forget to. So while I'm sitting here, I might as well. The art, though, is all mine. All credit goes to me. And the Wonder AI app. So I guess a computer also did it. I mean, I didn't lift a goddamn finger. Well, there's Kayla the Third chiming in. I should turn it on my Raspberry Pi, too. Really pad this out. Start manipulating YouTube numbers with bots.
Oh, yeah.
Raspberry Pis just streaming the show. Maybe I'll make some sexy chat. Not too sexy to get banned, but sexy enough to stay spicy.
Staying spicy.
All right, Hal, we got another minute in the green room. So just sort of relax. Get the kinks out of your back.
Well, now I'm trying to think of what spices are safe enough for YouTube.
Cayenne pepper, cumin. Oh, yeah, turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
It's either a godsend or a regular spice. That's what I love about some, like, acai, however you want to pronounce it. There was like a big wave of superfoodism in like the early 2010s, I feel. I was out of high school.
It's when It Works came out pretty
and it comes in waves. Obviously, they crash upon the shores of society again and again and again. But there was one happening in the 2010s, and there were just like drinks and powders and shit. Like it broke out of the health food cliques and into the mainstream, and it was weird.
Yeah. Wrapping saran wrap around your stomach and drinking powdered crap in your water.
Yeah. All right. I think we're over our limit, so let's get going.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
and welcome to the show. My name is Dave. It's Flamingo Friday, and we're doing a live show. Yeah, it's not true crime. It's not movie review. It's art, right?
Art with a capital F.
Art with a capital F. So what we're going to be doing, in case you're confused by the title of the stream, and why wouldn't you be, is let me introduce. Where are my manners? Moderator Kayla is back on the show, passing through town, coming on in. We went to the zoo.
Hello.
We went to the zoo.
We went to the zoo. How are you doing, Kayla? It's nice to have you back in studio. Anytime I can use the studio space, I appreciate it.
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, David. Thank you, Krista. And it was a wonderful visit to the zoo. It didn't get any monkey poo flung at me whatsoever.
Nope. We were like right 3 feet from a monkey.
We were.
Oh, yeah, those little ones.
Little spider monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, to fling poo, you really got to have a couple of things. You got to have the body mass to justify a big brain, because I feel like that's a revenge thing. Like, throwing your own poop takes consciousness, whereas like something small like a squirrel monkey or a spider monkey or anything small like that, you go, they got to grab something that's close to hand. So a thinking ape will grab its own crap and throw it at you because, that's insult to injury, more or less.
You've given this a lot of thought.
Well, that was all in the moment. If you want, I can put a dissertation down to paper and give me some time. In a week, I'll give you something. Anyway, what are we doing? Chris is also there in the other mic in the other chair.
I am here. Yeah.
So,
Yay.
No poo.
Yes.
You got screwed out of the experience.
yeah, it's like going to SeaWorld and not getting splashed by something. Or attacked by a seagull, something like that.
Oh.
So what we're doing is we're going to go through all the images I made for the slideshow on Canva. We're going to dissect it, because there's a lot of stuff that I pack into these images that you, unless you're intimately familiar with the show, you're probably not familiar with.
Yeah.
So some of them are. Obviously, you can see the first one here. We're going to be going through. Some of them are just pop culture references. Because like on this one, obviously, this is my classic reaction to the Two Wolves meme. That was not a meme. It was like an inspirational thing that turned into a meme. Was this hitting up your timeline?
The first time I heard this was in the Disney movie version of Tomorrowland, the George Clooney movie.
They did the Two Wolves thing in it?
They did the Two Wolves thing in it.
Oh, God.
And I'd never heard it before then.
It's like Krista with, what's the thing that's been coming up a lot? Yabos?
Yeah.
It's like Kristen or Yabos. Like, once something comes onto your
Yabo.
radar, it's always there. You're going to see it everywhere, because every time henceforth, it's going to prick that little instance in your brain that goes, again? Even though you hear it all the time, and you're most of the time your filter gets it out, because you're not gonna, why would you stop and dissect the word yabos or take it, sit up and take notice? Anyway, so yeah, moral of the story is, here are that's Jim Roush from TCAP. There's the good wolf and the bad wolf. He says, but they're both drunk. Leave them alone unless you got an 18 or 19-year-old, because that's what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Roush and his mustache and his
He's
scar.
gross.
So there's a Wild Mervin. Let me get my, get this out of the way so the viewers can see. So there's little Mervin, and I'm obviously, that's what has nothing to talk about, right? Like, obviously I put my head on Ash. There's nothing really going on here. Kind of hacky.
Well, I don't know. We could do a little bit more examination on this.
Okay, so what do you,
I mean, even going back before, not everybody got to enjoy our conversation about the two gyms before we went on the air. I don't know if the listening audience is familiar, if this is a generational thing, but if anybody remembers Wilford Brimley. Looking at Jim there, I'm not that familiar with the TCAP experience. Most of it comes from watching your live streams. And so looking at the two gyms there, all I can think is that familiar voice going, diabetes.
He does. I wonder if, I think what the strongest connection there is if someone really aggressively trims their mustache, like in a flat line, that despite, obviously he's a big pudgy guy too, like Wilford, but I think that more than anything, like a trimmed mustache that's also relatively thick, it's a very strong characteristic what I'm getting at. And when Wilford, because he got rid of it for the thing, and you go, who the hell is that guy? I don't even recognize him. Oh, so here. So this is obviously PJ, right? And you're going to...
No, you're still going a little quickly.
Oh, do you want to go back to this? Okay.
Yes, I do. I'm curious about what's behind Mervin. It looks like it's a smoke effect, but it could be a secret key.
So
Or a
it was.
wind-up.
It was what it was meant to be. Was he was supposed to be sounding like a little speech bubble sound effect, like when you play Pokemon, like the little like the emblems for noise happen. That's what I was hoping for, but as I did it, I moved it down to make it more like a fart. So it's a yellow fart, and he's screaming "scree."
So it's not entirely AI created. You had a hand in this too.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing. Yeah, if you want, I can point out the part that was AI and the part that I obviously bullshitted around with. The only part of the original image was everything but the words and everything. Like it was just a road and a house.
Oh.
I put Mervin there. I put the scree there. Obviously, a wild Mervin appeared. That's the thing. I stole Ash's body off of Google and the Pokeball. I don't own that. Don't copyright strike this.
That sounds like a trip to Mexico gone wrong.
Tony says.
Tony didn't call it. It was a fart.
Yeah, he called it. And he thought it was Wilfred Brimley or Martin Mull.
Oh, yeah, Martin Mull.
I forgot about him.
Same mustache. Good call, Tony.
Yeah.
But there you go. So there's it in my warped world. That's how I found Mervin. Maybe that's our origin story. Like he's my Pikachu.
So what would Mervin Pokevolve into?
He's one of those ones that doesn't have an evolutionary
He's like a
step
Jinx.
forward. Yeah, he's like all those broke dick ones where you're like, this is all you do? Like you level up to 100 and you stay looking like this? That's Mervin. He didn't pull a good straw in life. But, I love him. He's lovable. Look at his little legs. Oh, my God. He's so adorable. I can't stand it. So here's the thing. This is a reference to the Discord. PJ likes to check in every day to tell us he's alive.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
And so I started memeing him. So the original image was the guy. I don't remember what his original face looked like. I removed it and stuck PJ's on there. But I wanted a man dancing around a cemetery, and this was one of them. So I put the neon lights and hashtag staying above ground because PJ's always checking in to say he's alive.
Yep.
And I wanted to represent that here because, he's an integral part of the show, typically.
So does this mean that, we want you to stick with us as long as you can, PJ, but when your inevitable death comes, does that mean there's no more hell?
No, I mean, hell goes beyond PJ. Hell's a concept that goes beyond PJ. I mean, he'll be dead as hell then. Hell will still be there, but the alive will be swapped. And I'll make it green.
So hell is both alive and dead at the same time. Is it
Yeah.
Schrodinger's hell?
Yeah, because, not for nothing, if you read the Inferno, hey, Matt Willis.
Matt Willis.
I mean, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty, but hell's a crazy place. But not for PJ. He's staying above ground. He's alive as hell. Hashtag staying above ground.
So when he dies, I'm curious if he's going to have an above ground crypt.
He's going to have an above ground experience. Oh, yeah. Maybe he'll have a big plexiglass thing. And they'll fill it with. Remember in the 90s, maybe it was the early 2000s, where you made those dioramas where it was gel. It was always undersea scape sort of stuff, and you'd pour all of your junk in there, and this gel would solidify. And you'd put sharks and shit, and they gave you red dye for fake blood, and there'd be octopuses and whatever.
No, I guess that happened after my childhood.
Wonderscapes, I think they were called. I could be wrong, but we had a bunch of them as a kid.
All I had was magic sand.
We had that too.
I wasn't allowed to make a mess, so.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought when you put the sand in the bottles to make all the layers and stuff, that sort of craft, I thought that you had to shake it up and no.
It didn't work, no.
Yeah, it turned brown. I had a brown bottle of sand.
Turned brown.
Brown sand is its own magic.
Okay, so here obviously the base is the same as the as the other one. That's just Andy. He's just being chased by a lemon.
Oh, it's not a giant booger.
No, it's a lemon. And so here's a hedgehog that came up in the Discord. He's covering, or not, he's not covering, but he's rubbing his hands together. There's my crab toad. And this is also a toad that I tried to get wearing a Halloween sweater. But yeah, that's Andy being chased by a giant floating lemon monster. Again, not very deep. I just thought it was funny to have him running away from this horrible thing.
So since we have the same landscape, if a caught and trained Mervin was unleashed against a rampaging lemon, who would win?
So Mervin's type is normal/subnormal. That's his subtype is subnormal. And the lemon is plant acid. So Mervin got his ass kicked 10 times out of 10 in that scenario.
You didn't give him any of those random TMs that you can teach him, like flamethrower?
I mean, no, he likes to be his own thing. You know, I'm not here to. I'm not that type of Pokemon owner. Like, I'm not going to force moves. I'm not going to take him to the gym. If he wants to fight, he'll fight. But no, Mervin is a stay-at-home sort of dude.
You know, I want to respect your creation, but my mind is still going like my mind always goes. And I think if Mervin could Pokevolve, he should evolve into a Griffin. He'd be a Merv Griffin.
A Merv Griffin. Oh, would he wear a toupee? Like a nice sandy color?
Well, it's required. And like removing it would be his weakness.
Oh. I mean, that'd be more like a Digimon evolution.
So he can't fight any, like, flying Pokemon that could use Gust. And then his toupee would fall off.
Yeah, that's his weakness. Or he's like a Samson, but it's fake. So this is a reference to, again, this is a PJ. He works at a brewery, so I made us the beer bros. I obviously put myself on the buffer of the two because I'm vain. The original image is just the bar. I put those lemon liquors there because I like to reuse that asset. The ghost in the jar is mine, aka I made it on AI. And those bodies, it's so easy to just ask for a male body doing a thing, and after about 10 tries, you'll get basically what you want.
Well, that's how the internet works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild experience because sometimes, and you'll probably see it as we roll through here, they'll come out with multiple, like polydactylism or too many arms or too few arms, or like one eye won't just be there or it'll be off somewhere else. The eye is very A is what I'm getting at.
The eye is very A.
Yeah.
Why can't I have that on a coffee mug?
I mean, with Cafe Press, all things are possible. Okay, so here's the thing with all my, if you like my toads, here's the story. In elementary school, I was of a trio of friends, two of which were named Tyler. And we all picked a class of animal. So we had Tyler Whiting, loved mammals. Tyler DeMichael loved reptiles, and I took the amphibians because I was gonzo about toads. And we all had our equivalent ripoffs of the Ninja Turtles. So we had the Ninja Hamsters, or no, not the hamsters, the gerbils. Gerbils, I forget what the lizards were, and then I had the Ninja Toads. So there's the thing. If you see toads on this, it's because they're my favorite organism, because they can go on land and water, but they still got to stay pretty soggy.
Okay, so I've got a generation pop culture test.
Generation Toad.
For our listeners.
Go for it.
Who would have any idea what I'm talking about if I were to reference the story and go, "Hi, I'm David. This is my friend Tyler. This is my other friend Tyler."
Not very obscure. I mean, Typing Square, I'll let you have that one because I know. But yeah, this is my, and when I got two of them, I got the super realistic one, and I was like, yeah, he went and got it was pictured on the boardwalk, and that's his caricature.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
That's cute.
Because the original image obviously didn't have the Polaroid up in the corner there. I had to put it, and then on Canva, there's a bunch of free frames. So I was like, yeah, Polaroid. There he is, popping his mug. So this, obviously, my love of true crime. There's PJ acting as the, oh, there you go. Newhart says, Tony, classic. You got that right. PJ is acting as the ADA. He says, clearly unintentional as he flies through the door. You can see that Sarah Boone is there clutching her mouth because she zipped up George there in the suitcase.
We need to do her interrogation.
And the cops are like, what?
You've referenced to this so many times.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it at some point. It's a really good one. Like, her interrogation is wild.
Not intentional.
Yeah, and I'm the only reason I haven't touched it yet is because I'm trying to but run through all my lighter stuff first. Like the stuff that doesn't end in murder or whatever, like, because TCAP, there's no real victim because it's a decoy the whole time and yada yada, sort of slowly dipping into it. Because I don't want to be one of those guys who gets so dark and deep into it and angry about it.
Yeah.
And I can see a lot of people doing that, and it's weird. Yeah, Sarah Boone's relatively light because her interrogators, the two detectives, especially the male detective, he's my favorite. He wears this shiny-ass red satin shirt, and his hair is nice and greased over. He's got the perfect part.
Well,
And
the detective lady's just a bit.
the lady's funny, and he is just like his body language. It feels like I was there working through that man. So anyway, that's what that is, the Boone Files.
We've got a very busy backdrop in this room here. Is any of this stuff something that you've added in?
Okay, so the backdrop is the messy room and the CSI worker that's behind the cop asset there. I added, obviously, the 2 cops, the fake suitcase, the blood, the Boone file, and everything like that. It was just a very messy room. I forget what I used as the prompt. But it was something about a crime scene looking for evidence, and it kept giving me, like, hoarder...
Oh, no.
...ness. Like, I was just looking for a crime scene, like, with tape or, like, something classic that I can populate. And it kept giving me these weird hoarder... So I've got a phone full of this shit that I...
There probably is a crime scene within a lot of hoarders.
Yeah, but and a lot of the stuff, depending on the verbiage you use, it won't allow you because it's either too violent or it might be too whatever. Yeah. So you have to work around a lot of filters. Oh, so here's my Guy Fieri takeoff, my burgers, bottles, and boogers.
So this only reinforces my initial reaction about the giant monster lemon, thinking that was a booger.
It's from the same sort of genre. But yeah, they're never far from my mind. Boogers, that is. So I figured, literally. But that's, Sundays at 1:30. That's my Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives ripoff. One of my favorites. Like, what a sweet-ass gig, right? You just go to places that make greasy food, tell them it's great, and then run away.
Yeah.
Like, it's all... I mean, obviously, Guy Fieri might have had to put in some work to get there, but... What a dream gig for, like, literally everybody in America. And that's why I wanted to live it out here through this picture. Obviously, I put all the food on the counter, and those aren't my shoes. Those are free assets through Canva. And I changed the logo on my shirt. And those are not my real sunglasses.
Oh, they're not?
Oh.
Well, here's Butt Chuggington.
Oh, yes.
So Butt Chuggington does have a long history. And let me get in here. As you can see, he was last seen exiting the Total Wine at the intersection of Extension University. He is 43, 168 pounds, but he's the guy who will sneak into a Total Wine or a Bevmo, and he'll stick a beer bong in his ass and discreetly pour bottles as he walks up and down the aisles until the manager comes and chases him out.
Yep.
I've got a superhero coming up probably later to fight Butt Chuggington. I don't want to spoil it, but he's coming up.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, Butt Chuggington's an old character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what I used as the prompt, but I stole the wanted poster off of a free image site, obviously. Oh, there's Bruno. He's Captain Candy from
Bruno.
Brazil.
Oh.
So this is funny. When I was really heavy into photography, when I had a lot of time, I wanted to try this, so I made Krista paint his face in honey, and we rolled him in sprinkles.
I've seen the end result, but I didn't know the story.
Yeah, I can't believe, obviously it's blown out and looks crappy here, but it came out great. I was really worried, but it picked up really well in the original footage, and the honey worked like a charm.
Yeah, the original photo, the colors really popped.
Yeah, I love Bruno. He would just do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, foreign exchange students, by and large, are just, like... so malleable when it comes to like using them for projects around the house because they're like, sure, whatever. And Bruno was no exception. And, obviously worked great on the camera.
Yeah.
So here's my chorped.
Chorped.
Yeah, so here you can obviously, I'll run you through the cast of characters. That's obviously me running the thing. This is Trung. You may remember him. Here's Bruno. He's a little baby in this picture. Yeah. We got PJ back there, Andy, and then RJ running his snack bar. But yeah, there we go, my chorped
kitchen.
Yeah, this actually, I only put the heads on and added the chorped, and the AI did the rest.
Wow.
So it came out really good.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. Without the heads that you know and love on there, they were completely monstrous. Like ghoul melting eyeballs, like scream faces and stuff. I don't know why it can't handle faces in the background, but it can. And you can see my hands are a little screwy there, too.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick look at these babies. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Something did not go. It can't do hands. Don't know why. And it adds extra limbs to animals, too.
Yep.
But
I did a leopard gecko one and it had like 10 legs.
Yeah, that's why we love it, though. That's part of the fun, though, because if it spit out exactly what you wanted the first time, where would the fun be?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. This is a reference to Firewalker. On my other show, Raiders of the Lost Genre, it was so boring. I couldn't believe. Like, Chuck Norris is usually good for a laugh, but this one was so terrible. So this is Scotty, my buddy from Raiders of the Lost Genre, hanging out with Chuck Norris in the jungle. There he is. Look at him.
Look at him.
He's so
His full
disgruntled.
glory.
He's a good sport. He's the guy who owns the 50s house. So I do a lot of all of my video and photography work. I like to do over there because it's like a free movie set essentially.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, here he is. So I added the lemon and the obviously the crab toad and the moon, but that actually is a pretty good facsimile of Lovecraft under Scott's head there. I added the come sail away because I thought it was hilarious, but it pretty good.
I don't think I would have noticed the crab toad if you hadn't pointed it out.
Yeah, I like to reuse all the because he's so adorable, right?
He is.
He's got the right kind of look that makes you go, "Oh, God damn it! I wish I had one of those." like a I don't know where you stand on hermit crabs. I think they're disgusting looking, but I get the idea.
I prefer to stand on them with my left leg rather than my right.
They're like an egg. Is if you put 2 bottle caps on them, they can hold up a skyscraper.
I think hermit crabs are cool. I would love to have one as a pet.
I mean,
go to different bigger shells.
In principle, I get them. They are very cool and they're very interesting to look at and stuff. But something about their bodies freak me out. Like their faces and their claws, I get, but when they come out of their shell, that little 1.5 inches of weird nightmare fuel, I can't get over.
Oh, I've never seen the body.
Yeah, it's something I never got over. So here's Cops and Pervs. Obviously, there's no real deep reference here.
Cops and pervs.
So the asset I took this from is, though, minus the censor bar, that cop and that bear are shaking hands in the original image. I just put them on this backdrop, and they obviously, the one cop staring at his joint.
So now wait a second. From the title here, is this like a cops and robbers kind of thing, or is it cops and pervs working side by side?
Good question. They are working side by side, implied by the handshake. So what they're doing is, at long last in a utopian society, most crime has gone by the wayside. So pervs have given up their perversions to work for the police. Mm. And they still like to have their joint hanging out. Most of them are furries because furries are all weirdos. Let's be real, guys. I don't like to throw shade, but everyone who gets dressed up in a fursuit's a weirdo. I think we can all agree on that. I don't have any furry fans. Unless, Tony, you got something hanging in that closet. Anyway, moving on. So, this is Dell's Toes Podiatry. Now, this is a TCAP reference.
See, I've seen this slide a number of times, and it's gone over my head so far.
So, like 9 times out of 10, Dell's reason for escaping the view of the predator to hide with the rest of the film crew is she stubs her toe. She either hits it on a banister or cuts it open on something. She's always leaving the room so that Chris Hansen can come in and do his interview.
I stubbed my dang toe. I gotta get a band-aid.
Yeah, and if she bleeds on the rug, she will get shot. As you can see by the reference here, don't get shot bleeding on the rug.
Yeah.
So they're good for, injuries from banisters, door jams, bar stools, bowling balls, frostbite, you name it. That's Dell right there.
Yeah, this is one where context definitely helps, because don't get shot without knowing what it says. I did not think of cameras.
Yeah, so she is constantly running upstairs to get away from the predator. I think she says this to, oh God, what's his name? Westerbeck too. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm going to get shot if I bleed on the rug."
Yeah.
So it's a multi-layer TCAP reference, so I don't get, or rather I get if it doesn't click, so I hope that helps. But yeah, that's Dell. That's Dell from TCAP. She opened a podiatry practice?
Clinic?
She works with toes.
Tony says no comment.
Yeah, I saw that. So this is a poster I made that, no real reason. There's my kid. I got the flamingo. These are all dinosaurs. They're not all dinosaurs. I take that back. This is a hadrosaur, a dinosaur. This is that T-Rex oid from the Arizona Museum of Natural History. This is a mosasaur, not a dinosaur, and these flying things are not dinosaurs either. Now you know.
See,
but
between the animals in the background, this is the first one I think should actually be a mural.
I want to order this as a poster. I think it'll look good in my kid's room, aka not my kid's room, this studio. But yeah, I think this is, I like putting as much, here's the thing. Obviously, if you don't know me by now, I love all the goofy, cheesy shit. I love sound drops, and the more goofy shit you can squeeze into an image, the better. And, this is a perfect example of how that went. Oh, so here, this is a reference to the other show too. So we're always, or at least I'm always talking about getting a dive bar or like a hipster bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's like always dark and like, maybe we allow smoking in a really cool part, but like since it's always dark, at the very back we'll have like a big movie screen and some old obscure movie projecting constantly, because that's the cool thing to do. So as you can see here, we're gonna have daily Last Dinosaur screenings.
Oh my God.
Amidst the other, classic cult movies. But at least once a day, you will be seeing The Last Dinosaur up on that back wall.
I'm a little disappointed in the AI's unwanted creativity, though. There's no diving going on whatsoever.
And I'm so upset because the AI does not understand an ounce of wordplay. Like if you're not completely explicit in what you want, it's like, nope, I don't get it. It's kind of like dealing with data. No contractions and no emotion. Where you go, isn't that funny? And he goes, ha 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 ha. Anyway, Jordy. Yeah, that's what dealing with the AI is.
We'd rather deal with Data, the inventor from the Goonies.
See, I'm not a huge Goonies fan, so I'm going to have to take your word on that one.
Well, only one of them was a huge Goonie. The rest of them were kids.
Chunk?
Actually, I was thinking of the older brother.
See, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know one of the Brolins is in it.
He's the older brother.
Okay, there you go. So, hey, reference semi-achieved. I got it. This is just, Scotty's a wizard. That's the thing. A lot of these early images have no real rhyme or reason. I just wanted to do some goofy shit, so here he is as a wizard.
So we got some more critters down on the bottom, and I want to see how they do against Mervin.
Yeah, so these are very Dark Crystal Jim Henson-esque dragons. This is the only reason I saved them. Like, this guy is right out of the Dark Crystal, right? Like, that's a good one, and this is the bad one.
I agree with the bad one. The good one looks more like out of a segment with Lamb Chop.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, yeah, okay. But still, like, a public television, Jim Henson-esque. That's the whole thing I was going for. And it's like Falcor's, like, cousin's baby who, like, she tried to get off pills but couldn't for every trimester, and this is him.
Yeah.
He's trying his best, goddammit. Look at him go.
His best.
Look at him go. He's got a smile on his face, his wings are fucked up, and his eyes are bulging, but at least he's a familiar to Scott here, doing what he can. Oh, here are the Doc family farms. So this is Mervin's cousin. Here he is here.
Oh.
If you want to name him, he's all yours, because I don't have... You can see his feet are a little screwed up. He's got too many toes, too few toes. As you can see, this cow has no head. But there's the crab again. So this chicken I actually found in the parking lot where I work. It's a little Fisher Price one. I took a picture of it on my desk, and it made its way into the yard here. And then if you look way in the back, there's Bigfoot. Oh, crap.
Oh.
There's Bigfoot. He often hides in the back of obscure photos, but it proved positive.
So if Doc is out here balancing chickens, what does the rest of the family do?
They're using teeter-totters on goats. They're off camera. So think of a name, because I would like this little creature to have a name since Mervin got one and they're related. So think about it. Moving on. Here's Doc's Burgers. He obviously, once you have a farm covered in cows without heads, you obviously get into the burger business.
Obviously.
Now the bottles, I added after the fact, obviously. His drink here after the fact. He's obviously not holding those burgers. I love this toad who's drinking the wine. There's me. I can't believe it. And if you'll notice, in the bag here, there's a wanted poster of a very familiar friend. And I added that blurriness after the fact because I wanted it to be legit.
We can't catch him if we don't get the word out.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I handed out these posters to everybody. I went to Doc's Burgers and I said, Doc, we know each other. You kill these cows. Can you put this poster up? He goes, yeah, for you, I can. And he says, your alcoholic toad friend comes in too much. It's kind of like an Ebdivevix, but with an alcoholic toad. Moving on. Here is Dr. Do Nothing. This is PJ with his animals that are us. But, as you can see here, the leopard gecko. What's going on here? What's up with that?
Yeah, he's got...
Here's my frightened purple newt.
Oh.
This is Baby Dalton.
Baby Dalton.
These seagulls. Obviously, they were coming after some French fries that I scalped them from a different... But yeah, that's obviously on FFOP TV.
Are those... So are you guys supposed to be like reverse furries?
No, we're scientific experiments.
Okay.
It's like What did they do in Mars Attacks?
Yeah, like that.
I love the fanny.
It was
human head on
Sarah
the
Jessica
dog?
Parker's head on a
Yeah.
dog. Or like Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1 or 2. I think this, not the
Probably
2,
the
obviously, but
second.
the remake has the dog head. But yeah, we're like, it's kind of like Dr. Moreau and Dr. Doolittle. And if you'll check it out, I stole this image. That's a classic and authentic Jansport.
Yep.
That was not in the original image. I had to clip that so he can keep all of his poop bags and other, kitty treats and shit like that.
Does he have 3 leashes?
Yeah, the AI doesn't know how to do things. I mean, look at this dog. You think that's normal?
Oh, God.
No, things aren't normal here. We're in the land of AI. Moving on. So here we go. This is the Dong Hunters of the Pacific Northwest. Now, maybe you'll notice this guy, or remember this guy. Who do you think that is? That's Jim Roush.
With
Oh, I was gonna
18
guess
fingers.
Buck Chuckington.
Who? Oh, Bud Chuckington. Yeah. Looks close, right? So after he got out of the To Catch a Predator shenanigans, he decided to move to the Pacific Northwest and chase dongs. So as you can see, this is censored. And we got searching for deciduous salami because this is the type of forest. But I like this little guy here. He's really reacted hardcore to what's going on.
What's in his hand?
Pizza.
Oh.
That's a monkey or a Bigfoot eating pizza. I forget what the prompt was.
Now, remind me, what is the name of the currency from Trung's homeland?
Dong.
I think this guy is searching in the wrong place.
Oh, I should have. Yeah. Coming soon. Look for that slide. I would have tipped my hand, but we might have a Dong Hunters International. Yeah, I love this body type too that I got. He's got a bunch of weird fingers, and he obviously looks like he's dancing. That's why I use it all the time because it's whimsical. Here we have classic, again, Robbie Snack Bar. RJ Snacks I do a lot of snack-related shit with, obviously. But yeah, the sticky situation and gummy family therapy. And he's got a drink because he's like, look at this guy. Come on.
Come on. The ears are a little interesting on the larger bear.
Yeah, again, the AI, it rolls the dice on body parts, and it's not a regular die. It's like a full set of D&D. Like it's
D20.
There we go. Okay, so here are my lemon-themed superheroes. Me as the electric lemon, Lemonetric.
Lemonetric.
Oh, here's my. So we were talking about this earlier. This is my local law firm. Lervis and Foo, it's what you got to do. We'll sue the hell out of you. Crap, I should have put that instead of we'll sue anyone, literally anyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
It's not a real law firm unless the slogan rhymes.
Yeah, I should have put more time. And plus, I need law books behind me.
A phone number would be nice.
Phone number would be nice. The iced tea is a little unprofessional. I still like the margarita.
Call 1-800-555-FFOP.
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
rhyme. So it's coming soon, a rhyming slogan for this one. So yeah, I'm glad we're workshopping this. But I do like our logo at least. The flamingos, the flourishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
The color scheme I'm not in love with, the blue,
Like
but I do like.
like
busy
a
desk there.
rocket chair.
Oh yeah, he's because we're rocketing. Well, I added the flames, full disclosure, and the drink,
Obviously.
but and the glasses and the heads. Yeah,
Basically everything.
yeah. I just like the fact that he's so excited, and plus it's kind of like the future. I feel like that was also a Futurama reference, so I kept it. When Fry becomes and he runs out of fuel for his chair.
Oh, yeah. With the guy with bonitis.
Yeah, with chronic bonitis. So I kept it because of that, too. It was a double dip. So here's where my son is passed out all over the movie theater. So I opened up a theater. As you can see, our first feature film was Murder Camera, followed closely by Bathroom Cougar, the movie.
Ooh.
And we had some genetically different people show up.
I
And
always thought Bathroom Cougar would be direct to DVD. I'm impressed they made it to the theater.
the Kickstarter really showed. It's like how Hatchet. I don't know if you're familiar with that series of horror movies, but you know what? You start out with a dream, you make it all the way to the theater,
You got to have a dream and then you got to hatch it.
but then you got kids passing out all over the place, and you got to hire security with their attack flamingos.
What's he doing in the background?
He's reaching into the. Here's the thing. He doesn't. In the original photo, he's reaching behind something, so he's reaching into the return slot for cash or something. You'll see him pick pockets. I had to. Oh yeah, here's a cop on a first date with Edgar Allan Poe, and they're drinking, and Andy shows up because he wants to see what's up. I added the lemon limbo in this picture.
No, what are they drinking? I see a label.
Oh, it's nothing. Those are both AI generated bottles.
Okay.
This is supposed to be Mike's Hard Lemonade, and this is supposed to be lemon vodka, but as you can see, it doesn't know language, so it's Lam Lanum. And it's Miast Max. And Andy wants a little sniff of that.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't? I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Full disclosure, if this were a product, I'd probably buy it. That's a beautiful bottle and a beautiful color.
It's true.
So here's our golf pros. As you can see, Mervin and his cousin, who hasn't yet named, hanging out with us on the course, being rowdy, drinking our Mike's-inspired, hard AI-generated lemonades. I was going to put something in the back here, too, but I couldn't decide what I wanted. Like a runaway car or something.
You should have like a little golf cart with Elliot running behind it.
That's the thing.
That idea.
I ran out of tries because I was trying to get a golf cart, but it kept coming out too zany. But maybe we'll swap this one up too. But I like the fact that we're both, I had to add this because what the AI gave was like this vestigial little flipper thing. It was like a thalidomide golf club where like the nub was like this big. I was like, not good. So that obviously looks crappy because it's a cartoon. But that's what I like about it. It's tacky.
Does Mervin's cousin have to be a boy?
No, he can be a girl.
Well, my head is swimming with 80s and 90s sitcom references, and the first thing that popped into my head, now I'm not married to this, but if he's going to be cousin, why not Cousin Larry Flamingoton?
Oh, cousin Larry.
Cousin Larry Flamingoton.
What was the
Balky?
Yeah, but
Perfect
I mean
Strangers?
Yeah, I'm trying. There's another sitcom out there I'm trying to pull, but I can't. Anyway, so this is Grit and Beer It. So here, obviously, PJ got hair plugs. And he hangs out with a sloth. And I'm the classy one who's always having to put up with his drunken shenanigans. Because as you can see, he always makes a beer, and the head's all weird because he doesn't know how to do it. I had to hire him because he's down on his luck, and there I am being like, oh, this guy again, pouring huge-headed beers with his sloth. And it's obviously fake hair. But we grin and beer it.
Yep.
Like the show. More zany sitcoms need to happen where you get like forced onto somebody's company, like through a court order or something.
Now you say hair plugs, but I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's more of a toupee made from sloth back hair.
Yeah.
If you will be, well, follow me on this. Do you see any similarities between the hair on this sloth and the hair on this PJ?
I might notice a thing or two.
That's also on my eyebrows raised because he shaved him earlier and then had him grow it out. Okay, so here's another one. It's Sarah Boone. He's purple. Moving on. So here's the Hexapredator. Obviously, that's Jeff Sokol here. He is about to scream, "Get on the ground."
Get on the ground.
To catch, there's the cookies. There's the sweet tea. There's Chris Hansen hexing
the pizza?
them. The pizza?
Yeah, Sokol brought pizza.
Oh, no. He brought the pizza, but Chris always brings the cookies and the brownies.
Yeah, the stale-ass cookies.
And
yeah.
Sokol was already here because he's the new familiar. So he didn't bring any pizza.
Got it.
But look at him.
Look
Look
at
at that face.
Uh,
His is an interrogation we'll do one day, too. Here's another To Catch a Predator themed one. So as you can see here, he says, "Hi, Long Beach Police. Put your hands on your head." So as you can see, the predator in this case is Bigfoot. He's got the classic and recognizable booze. You can see him picking the pocket of the officer or possibly pointing.
I want to see a little more continuity between these slides. I think Bigfoot needs a censored thing for his dong.
Well, this is an earlier image. He wasn't whipping it out yet. This is before his life went to shit, right? So this is like the first time he was caught before he decided that life wasn't worth living and he started whipping it out constantly and on other people's live streams and stuff. But as you can see, there's a facsimile of Chris Hansen, or as close as the AI can get, eating the pizza that Jeff Sokol brought.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, he likes to keep it cash here in Long Beach.
Yeah. Short sleeve.
Short sleeves, no features to the face. It's very fun there. Oh, I love this one. Let me get rid of me.
It's Bumblebee.
So as you can see, RJ has gotten behind the wheel to run over PJ, who is drinking his beloved Mike's Hard Lemonade. As you can see, here is a very blurry Jim Roush looking on. This homeless guy can't believe his eyes. The bathroom cougar decided to step away for a moment. I'm obviously there checking out the scene. We've got Chris Hansen with the iced tea up on the second floor. And if you'll look, there's Jeff Sokol drinking his beer.
It's a big beer.
Yeah, the AI is very generous.
It's as big as his head.
Yeah, I thought this was hilarious. When I was like, oh man, look, it looks like he's getting hit by a car. And I just so happen to have an AI-generated bug-type vehicle. I was like, yeah, I'll hit him with it.
Just happened to.
Oh, also, here's an Easter egg. There's Nathan Downhour
Oh.
from recent stream. Oh, classic FFOP origin show, Hobo and the Hooker. So as you can see, PJ is the hobo. I am the chief. Krista is the hooker. And we all live in the apartment together.
My yabos.
Look at our yabos. That's the one thing the AL will generate is a lot of naked ladies.
Yeah.
I demand a theme song for this sitcom.
My music contacts have dried up, but I want to put a lot of stuff together for all of these. Yeah, like jingles.
Mm-hmm.
One day, God willing, I need to start branching out. Another promo for Hobo and the Hooker. As you can see, this is the DA visiting, played by RJ.
Look at his hand.
Yeah. As you can see, the seagulls are starting to be now attracted to Andy, who is the hobo, and PJ is the chief. Krista still is the hooker.
Yeah, that probably won't change.
I only have so many female heads, and I hadn't crafted Kayla's yet. Here's this one I made for RJ. So it says, happy to see you. And it says, I'll see myself out.
So cute.
That's great.
The only thing I added here was the words and this little guy. This guy was totally there from the beginning. Oh, here we go. So this is obviously Scott Vaughn. He's got his, when I found this censored thing, I went hog wild with it for a day. So here's his statue in his art room, and he's ending the tour with his giant beer again.
Somebody called Dong Hunters.
This is the Southwest. It's a completely different chapter. It's like NCIS and NCIS Miami. Oh, here's where we confirm the Illuminati on the. Let me get my thing out of. We confirm every time we confirm the Illuminati on the Discord. I'm gonna put this image up there from now on.
Yep.
Because the Illuminati gets confirmed a lot, and I feel like we need to celebrate that.
As one does.
Yeah. See.
Brr.
Brr, 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 brr. We did it. Classic high fives. You know,
With
let's
weird
celebrate
hands.
it, guys. Every time we confirm the Illuminati, let's celebrate it. Let's treat ourselves.
Lemon Bot.
Yeah. So this
It's
is
like the
evil
pleasure
Derv
bot from American Dad.
Oh yeah, but he's evil because he has the lemons for the acetic acid.
Yeah.
So if he's evil Dervbot, then what kind of fruit does Dervbot have?
Well, no, they still both like lemons. That's the thing that ties them both together. They're inseparable qualities. They both, they're brothers of lemons, but one went evil. It's like
Now wait, when Dervbot was still active, and if you said lemons, didn't he smash them with a hammer?
no, because he wanted them. He said, "Where are my damn lemons?" And he brought out the hammer to show that the waitresses at Denny's that he was serious. Or Village Inn, wherever you go to get iced tea, that they always leave the lemons out on the second go.
Mm-hmm.
You brandish a weapon, and that's what Dervbot would do. He just so happened to have a clownishly big hammer.
I like the little sweatered toad.
Yeah, so that's another. I don't know why I put him there.
Sweater.
I just like him.
That's
Well, he's
great.
that's the thing. He's a toad wearing a Halloween sweater, but he's just a Jim Henson sweater toad with too many legs.
Yeah.
So
Or
there's
one
that.
would say, finally, a toad with the right number of legs.
I mean, from your mouth to God's ears. So this is another movie review show I do where Scott holds the hand of a Buddha. I don't know. PJ put this in the Discord.
That looks like if Cthulhu got his hands on a ear of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or it's like a squid banana or something. I'm not sure if it's a fruit or a vegetable, but I liked it, so here it is. He's holding it, and I watched it. I'm sorry, I watched it. Oh, so here, this little guy is trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Those eyes remind me of the Hypnotoad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like for whatever reason, all of the, or a lot of the animals come out very Muppety. But he does have those Hypnotoad eyes. Oh, here's Poop Job. He won't get rid of the moniker, so I decided to give him this poster. And RJ's sticking his head in because this is actually the bathroom at his work, where he's got 90 feet of urinals.
90 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a super long urinal room and a very short toilet room.
Pooping room.
Very weird place RJ works. There they are, just married,
Aw.
as you can see. The moon from, I feel like this is from obviously it's from the AI, but it looks like the moon from Ocarina of Time, I want to say, or whatever. There's a Zelda game that's based around the moon killing the Earth. I know that because it was in Smash Brothers all the time.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, RJ's pet is typically this surprised newt. So anytime you see RJ dancing or making snacks or whatever, you'll see this little guy because they're friends. Oh, here we go.
Cars.
This is my cars. My Dervney Jixer production. This was actually kind of a pain in the ass to make because I had to take this ring that's a free asset from Canva and cut it so I could put one in front and one in back and make it look like it's going around them.
Nice detail.
Yeah.
And so instead of obviously the lamp, it's a tape dispenser. And my semi-MCA Disney ripoff logo. I think it came out pretty good. Yeah. It's not Lightning McQueen. It's Lortney McDervis.
Lordney McDermott.
Lortning.
Lordning?
Oh,
Lortning
Lordning.
McDervis. Yeah. Not Lightning, but Lortning. Yeah, look at him. His eyes say serious.
Yeah.
Now, what all do we have driving in the background there?
NPCs. I don't know. They're like the... 'cause this is in Cars where they're on the NASCAR scene. This is Cars where they're on the street racing scene. So all of those are just basic scabs coming to see. And here's the thing. How do you race for pinks when your body is the car? You have to watch the movie because I'm not going to give it to you for free.
I'm holding out for Cars Tokyo Drift.
Oh my God, from your mouth to God's ears again. We're making a lot of promises I hope the universe can keep. But here's your first, this is the first image I made for you.
I love it.
So this is my James Bond toad, my little butler, obviously, enjoying your iced tea.
I look like, as opposed to a special effect, it looks like I'm sitting in front of a very complicated clock.
Yeah, basically that's what I wanted. Is like this thing reminds me of a 70s, you know what I'm talking about. And this clock was AI generated, obviously, because I would look at it.
Why?
Because you asked the AI for a single clock and it gave it too many legs.
I wanted a deco clock. And yeah, every time I asked for a clock, it had another face sliding off of it like a fried egg. So that's just the coolest one I could find. But there you are, hanging out in the lounge.
And what am I thinking about?
The Tyrannosaurid from the Arizona Museum of Natural History.
Well, obviously.
Because you saw it. This was right after you saw it, obviously.
That is
you got
right after I saw it.
your
And
hands.
anybody who follows me on Twitter knows that I approved it, too.
Transplant. Yeah, see? There it is. Oh, this is my malt beverage, the Lemon Limbo.
It's a lemon limbo.
Yeah, we had Bigfoot as the sponsor initially, but he wanted too many Jack Link's bags in his green room, so we had to fire him.
See, the lemon limbo sounds more like a dance, like an answer to the Transylvania Tango.
Well, here's the thing. The alcohol content is dangerously high, where if you don't end up in limbo, you will be dead. That's what I promise you. And that's why this guy is dead. He ended up, past limbo. He died. And here's the thing. So this is almost made from scratch. The backdrop is a free background that's just trees. I got the skeleton, all of the stuff I made piecemeal that I had to cut out of stuff aside from the words, obviously. And this is a lemon flamingo whose head is a disaster, so I use its ass everywhere. But look at those gams. So great. I can't believe this part came out so perfect when I was looking for a lemon flamingo, but its head was complete disaster.
So does the lemon beverage come from milking a lemon flamingo?
Yeah, they have udders. They're like those weird bugalo from Futurama. They're not really flamingos and they're not really lemons, but you can milk them. That's what I'm getting at. So here's Lemonade and the Tart Twins. Obviously, I'm Lemonade. Let me get rid of the junk.
Obviously.
Yeah, so there's he's got a lemon. Oh, we all have familiars. So he's got the lemon toad. I've got my two lemon psychic boogers. And then he has the
Pleasure bot.
Yeah, in the mythology, he got reprogrammed back to the good side and serves with RJ and his weird-shaped lemons.
And why is this not on WordPress?
I haven't... It's all... Spoiler alert, I'm making it up right now. But as you can see, we're backed up by the giant squid fruit.
As one does.
We're like kind of like the Power Rangers when you... Instead of just getting into a couple of robots, we just call in our giant squid fruit. Oh, this is just a happy Jim Henson Kermit the Frog who's very fat, who quotes the Buddha. He's not doing much, but I like his face. There we go. There's Chris Hansen in the corner enjoying his pizza. So these guys I put on there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I stole the original asset of the bottle from. This is the original in situ situation. I threw this guy, this thing. The glass was there. Obviously, I did that. And the pizza guy in the corner.
Now, the second bottle that's full of lemons, are those the same brand?
Yes, but since, as you can see here, it got cut, I don't accept assets unless I can put them in a corner like this. And it's very rare that I'll do that. Obviously, Chris Hansen here made the cut because he peeks out of the corner. But the bottle I had to say goodbye to, even though it is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. He is the
Homer.
cryptid of the Middle North.
The middle.
Yeah.
That's Mervin. So there I am with my cryptid sheet looking for him, and there he is. So adorable. That's why he's our mascot.
Got some interesting trees there.
Yeah, I think
It looks like some of them are like we're only seeing the top half.
yeah, this is definitely an AI generated image because the grass is also tiny trees, I feel.
It looks like you have pipe cleaners sticking out of AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since branches are the limbs of trees, it can't get shit right.
Cody says, I'm learning so much tonight.
That's why we're here. It's like walking through a museum and listening to that little cassette tape they give you.
Oh, yeah.
Except you don't have to walk anywhere. I'm doing it for
The
you.
headphone area.
Yeah. Oh, so this is supposed to be making a robot to get even with my enemies, but I
Oh.
couldn't make the second words stick for whatever reason. It was glitching out. But as you can see, I've got a little friend here.
Oh,
There you go.
weird.
I love golden toads. One of my favorite toads. They're obviously not golden, they're orange, and they're very endangered. But yeah, I love them. There's my lemon robot. Making a robot to get even with my enemies. As you can see here, the AI gave
Oh,
my arm a
wow.
leg. Thought that was fun. But if I hadn't called it out, would you have noticed?
no.
No, not at all.
Exactly. That's what the AI does. It puts you right in the right mindset where like, okay, it's
Well,
good enough.
It made me think that your leg was up on.
Yeah,
like
but
the
you know, the
car.
foot's going the other way.
Well, yes, I see that now.
Because I got pulled into that too, but as you can see here too.
Well, building robots is dangerous work.
It's two
You get
shoes
injuries
down.
everywhere.
Well, maybe that's somebody else's leg. The last guy,
they're underneath
my
the-
assistant.
You're not building a robot. You're building a cyborg.
Yeah, with one human leg. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god, my friend blew up. Well, how much do you have left? And it's like this much of a leg, and you put it on the bottom of a robot, and you go, Billy! And he
You're
goes,
back.
Johnny, I missed you. All robot. So there we go. There's RJ. I'm not happy with this face. His cartoon, he has two cartoon faces, and this is my least.
I love it. That's great.
But there's the newt. So there's RJ celebrating to remember death and remember life. Boop. Oh, here's a moon face.
Moon
Not much
face.
going on there. Oh, there's the original.
I was going to say the moon face has some very froggy hands.
Yeah, so this isn't even the original head. He's got a different head that looks like a sock puppet that I'm not happy with, so I don't show it.
No, it was terrible.
There's my murder camera.
A classic.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I've since
die.
changed the tagline because when I was young and we were all playing Smash Brothers, I would shout out inane things. And as I was punching Sean off the map, instead of saying "say cheese and die," I shouted "cheese and say die."
Mm.
So that's what I changed the slogan to, and it may come up later. That was my jungle son with Bruno.
Oh.
And look at this toad. He's like, what? Can you believe it, guys?
Those are
Oh.
some giant bananas.
Yeah.
Yep. We're
So
trying to put our heads on sloth bodies. I added this little guy.
whenever we go out to like the dollar store or like Michael's or whatever, I always look for fake bananas because we could never find one when Bruno was here, and I still can't find
It's impossible.
just a fake banana.
Pears, lemons, you got them all. No bananas.
Yeah.
What the hell's up with that? Okay, so here we go. This is our superhero lineup. This is the super snacks.
Super snacks.
This is very cheap, obviously.
And it's
Recurring
barely a super
character. But he came from space, and that's where he comes from. Afternoons at 4:30. Okay. This is obviously RJ and PJ. Troom as
Troom.
the officiant.
I think it's interesting the areas that that actually have color.
I'm a big fan of monochrome with splashes of red. I know it's hacky and everybody does it, but I find it compelling. So I'll always leave splashes of red places. Oh, so this is a reference to you specifically, Kayla, from when we're talking. We're talking about the currency of respect among scumbags.
As opposed to honor among thieves.
Yeah, so I made this image, and look what it did to this poor guy. It put the bar right in his lip.
I did not notice
I thought that was a long beard.
Yeah, if you don't realize it's a bar, he looks like the guy from Static X.
Exactly. It's just, and he's kind of cross-eyed, but it's doing better with faces. That's why I left his original face. But again, there is no respect among scumbags. And this is like sort of the Malcolm in the Middle or Arrested Development font or something. I kind of like it. Oh, here we go. There's a PJ again. Not today, Reaper. Proving that he's alive with a fart.
Yeah.
Flying over a dead body. And a very close second. Boop. Not today, haters.
So they're jumping over a dead body, or they're jumping over an empty grave that was supposed to hold them?
Well, PJ, I also realize now that I gave PJ boobs.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
You mean he doesn't come with them?
Not typically. They're an extra. It's an add-on, they call it in the factory. But no, he's jumping over the people who've died, showing that he is alive. And, yeah, Scott is definitely jumping over the grave of the people who he hates.
Mm-hmm.
Like a voodoo thing.
Yeah.
He's a Wiccan, and also...
The grave of the people he hates. So everybody he hates gets one mass grave?
Yeah, it's like a voodoo doll. If you build a grave, if you dig a grave and put a headstone on it and just say, this is for all my haters, and you throw, pins in it, something happens. It's voodoo.
Don't click my bic.
That also. Here's another classic. I didn't change the face because he's looking away, but there you go. Not today, Reaper. I'm PJ. Got to make sure everybody knows that.
That back arm looks like a...
Yeah.
That needs to be reported.
He looks like a Family Guy character who fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
Like imagine this turn 90 degrees. I might do that later. Hashtag not dying. Right? PJ above ground to this day. There's my Olin Mills tryout. So if you've ever been to the mall, or if you lived through the 80s, you'll know this is a classic in focus and in frame. And then this, I don't know why that was. Did you have some of these pictures lying around?
Do I have some of these pictures
like
lying
in
around?
Your family? Like I feel like everybody's
pictures
family.
Of dinosaurs?
No, not of the dinosaurs, but of this principle where like it's a full frame, like the glamour shot here, and then like the semi-translucent one in the background where you're looking off. Like my author's
Your
photo.
author picture.
Yeah.
Or like the wolves.
Yeah, like it was such a big thing, I feel like, in my childhood. You couldn't walk down a hallway of a friend's house without seeing one of these sort of things. Like it was typically a girl thing. I never saw any of my guy friends have, but all their sisters had like the Olin Mills glamour shots where it's like they were in the front and then like wistful in the corner.
I think it was
no,
big
we
in the
never
70s.
pretended to make album covers in my house.
That's crazy. Is it an Arizona thing? Typing Square. I'll take your opinion. If you've seen those things, I love this tacky shit. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Trung.
Another show of mine, Small Claims Shop. So Trung became a judge, and I gave him a sidekick. Overruled weekdays rather at 4:30. So he's like a Judge Judy character, and you can see this is an early image because I had not yet settled on Mervyn as the
Wasn't Super Snacks at 4:30?
the logo on Sundays, I think, or something.
Okay.
I don't remember. There's no real schedule. I don't have a TV station. I was making this, and plus, look, this is an early one. That's not even Mervyn.
Well,
Yeah.
see, one is 4:30 Arizona time, and one is 4:30 daylight savings time.
Oh yeah,
Okay. All right.
and also Central Time.
Mm.
That always throws things
Middle
into
North time.
a loop. There we go. That's just me and Mervyn. Come on over.
Tony says, I've seen them as parody, but I don't think I saw them in real
Oh
time.
dear God! The parodies are just as legit as the real ones because there's nothing to parody. Like when something as absurd as those are, how do you make them worse, right? Like I put a dinosaur in it, and it's no more absurd than the ones I saw with children.
Yeah.
It's Olin Mills, baby. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we don't want to glaze over the fact we got another butt chunky to.
Oh yeah, my butt chugging.
poster.
See, I'm
What's the
calling.
other thing?
Elliot's in the background.
Oh
too.
yeah, this is
What's
another
Elliot?
murder camera I tried. So there's my two skeletons. I put Elliot on there. I tried to put someone there, but I couldn't. So This is just another one that I thought was funny because I love the shape of this chair and the color scheme. So this one was just a goof. No real references.
It's great.
So here we go. I made this twice because I wanted to have Sokol. And we can also have this. This will be on, like, if this were a...
one of those dancing signs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a Las Vegas sign.
Isn't
But yeah,
that
Pizza
one?
Planet, where the small is as big as a large. There's Jeff Sokol. Ate the pizza right in front of Chris here. This is young Chris, by the way. I didn't
Yeah,
get any
obviously.
old Chris. Ugh.
Well, the old Chris could never handle a whole pizza.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? No, the old Chris definitely could because he filled out. Young Chris probably couldn't because he was still like, hey, I'm svelte. But see, this is my Full House themed sitcom where it's all predators.
Got interesting architecture on this thing.
Of Joel McHale, really? Oh, yeah, I get you, Tony. Yeah, totally. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is my Full House where the police are waiting outside. There's Jeff Sokes. There's Hanson, Dell.
She's getting a Band-Aid for her toe.
Yeah, she's up there. She's like, hey, I'm going to run upstairs to get a Band-Aid. And there's
Roush.
He's in the bathroom, left the window open. He's like, uh-oh, he just dropped a deuce. The fan's on, but the window needs to be open. Look at that face. Yeah, and they're like, hey, come on out, predators. Sheriff's office. I want to read you your rights. Oh, yeah, this is from just promotional material. I just liked it because we were dancing in a police station.
Oh, yeah, with Big Sam.
And there's the wanted poster for Dan Hour. Here we go again. So here's the original monkey without the eyes. As you can see, not a surprise.
The monkey without the eyes.
With the big eyes. But you can see they're just holes. Yeah. He,
Well, how else are you going to get the chilled monkey brains out?
oh yeah. Yeah, because in his mouth too is just a black hole. This is actually just like a monkey suit over a wire frame.
Yeah.
They ate the insides. So you can see there are the tickets to the cinema. It's our Raiders of the Lost genre. There's Baby Dalton again.
Aw,
He likes to make his appearance.
Baby Dalton.
Oh, so here's Svelte RJ. This is just the fun ones. So there's Sarah Boone swooning. This is a Greek god that I had AI generated. The bathroom cougar, the leopard geckos. What's a sentient coconut?
Coconut.
I'm just stunned.
Yeah, sometimes you just go off the rail and you say, see what sticks. I put the Buddha's hand fruit back in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second round of the RJ head. You can see he's a little more serious. The glasses are a little more defined, a little more facial hair. But yeah, I like to go a little zany sometimes. Here we go, RJ dinner. As you can see, so we got our newt. Here's his dinner. The tea.
Why is he in a cemetery eating?
Because this
Because
is
the
another
dead don't eat.
this is another image I had for PJ being alive, and I thought, well, this guy's so happy, y'all. Yeah. Plus, why can't you have dinner in a cemetery?
Maybe PJ died and he's eating for him.
Oh yeah, he's eating over his grave.
Yeah.
Hashtag PJ's dead.
Oh.
There's RJ the snack fairy, obviously.
There's
Gummy
no
bears.
Newt.
Say what?
There's no newt.
Oh yeah, damn it. Sometimes I forget, but CBD infused gummies.
Nice.
You know, he likes to party. His little wand. I love this face he's making too. I feel like this makes everything it's on 10 times funnier. There he is dancing in another graveyard. But this is RJ Lutz and the nude is back.
Yeah.
The nude is back.
He can't believe it.
I can't believe it's lunch.
Oh man.
Gotta admit, that burger looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
AI generated. So here we have RJ. Got to protect his snacks. Being chased by. See, we're nowhere near the sea. These seagulls have been on him for a while. Well, look, Fry's still intact. Newt still concerned, and Bigfoot.
And Bigfoot.
He's like, what's
watching.
going on there? But check
Bigfoot
this out.
wants fries.
This is where RJ left his car after hitting PJ. He had to get rid of the evidence. He left it in the Pacific Northwest, and later Bigfoot got in it, stole it, contaminating the DNA evidence
My God.
and the fingerprints, because Bigfoots have fingerprints, guys. They're people too. Okay, so this is just don't speak to me or my son ever again. And then, yeah, I made
That's
RJ.
wild.
Okay, so here's RJ the Snack Detective. Now, the original thing is behind RJ's head is another facsimile of Lovecraft, and behind here he's eating cotton candy. But I made him sort of a, snack detective with his cheesy badge from the cereal box here. But hey, guess what? This guy, he needs a name. I'll take it in typing square. Are we going with Cousin Larry for the Mervin?
Come on, typing square way in.
Oh, we're back with RJ Lunch. Here we go. So this is just another. This is. I don't know how it gets like the greasiness or the sliminess of some things so perfect, but this is again an AI generated image. Look at that skin texture.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild. Then again, just another Buddhist quote. So here's Sloth Fuzz. This is PJ's favorite movie.
Sloth Fuzz.
So PJ's writing a ticket to Dunstan here, who checked in to cook.
Dunstan.
Dunstan checked in.
Yep. The sloth here is brutalizing a homeless man. And if you look up here, who's that? Oh, what's she dropping? What's
no.
going on here?
George.
George. He's purple.
He jumped out the window in a
Oh.
suitcase.
Yeah. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
But when I found this and I clipped it, I was like, this is going to be hilarious. And there it is. Yeah, I love her.
It works.
I love her. Here we go. Again, early in the network. We didn't have the anything really locked in yet. His head is too big. It's clunky. I'm sorry. Okay,
I
so
like the title though.
Small Claims Chop.
Yes.
That's his I want to call it a sitcom, but that's his show's name. It's like Judge Judy. He's a black belt in law and judo. So this is Jeff Sokol's supervillain. As you can see, it's not Jeff Sokol.
Oh, that's how we can tell.
But he's small pizza. But he's as big as a large. That's his tell. So these are his wings. They fold out and he flies. There's a rocket shaped like a pepperoni behind him. So he's holding the pizza. Was that what?
Disc. The rocket.
Is it like
You
a
said it's
stick of
shaped like a
pepperoni?
pepperoni.
Yeah, a stick. Sorry. It's like a cut in half stick where it's like a cylinder with a round at the top and cut at the bottom. That's where all the spiciness comes out.
Yeah.
But he's trying to take over the pseudo-futuristic Seattle.
Yeah, that's quite the cityscape back there.
I think that's AI generated too. A lot of these crazy ones I can't ever remember. Oh, so here we go. Continuing with the lemon superheroes, this is Sour Buff. He's just very strong, and his language is very acidic. He has no superpowers.
So
Now, is that lemon juice or are these lemons flying in space?
This is another AI lemon. I just asked for flying lemons.
It's
And that's what it
an
gave me.
asteroid field.
As you can see, some of them not quite right. But by and large, if I don't point it out, like,
Yeah.
it looks like it right out of a Slice commercial. Oh, so this is a bathroom. I like the look of this bathroom. I feel like it'd be in a very classy place. This is a little Buddhist quote. I like this little frog here. He's cute.
Yes.
Oh, so here we go. We've got a dueling cooking show. We've got status food, more than just snacks. So obviously firing shots across RJ Snacks' bow. See what he's offering. Reasonable reused assets. But let's put that hand there.
Oh, no.
Cooking accident.
Oh.
No Alton Brown this guy. Oh, stubbed crotch. So this is entirely AI generated. I just added the stubbed crotch, but he clearly, that is a stubbed crotch.
Yeah.
There we go. So this is serving up snacks with Robbie Snack Bar. He's in this one, he's more of a Gordon Ramsay serious angry chef. But as you can see, holding no tools, but pretending to, with his weird
Yeah.
things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, is he actually affecting the food or is it all pretend? Is it some sort of weird telekinetic food prep?
He's such a professional that during this publicity shoot, he's like, what? No, even though obviously you can see utensils here. Maybe he was just being obstinate that day. I was maybe going to try and throw him a bone to be like, you know what, professional, he's going to power through it. But there they are. What the hell, RJ? Look, toss the salad with these. That's exactly what you used them for. But nope. He's going to use his weird sausage fingers to pretend. 2:30 a.m. or p.m.? Oh, p.m. Sundays, we tried to fill our afternoon on Sundays with cooking shows. Because most people are hungover. They're waking up from a Saturday slog.
Yeah.
They want something low energy to sort of wake up to. And here's the thing. Status food and serving up snacks, not really labor intensive. It's not chopped. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm really invested.
Oh, yeah, almost chorped on.
Chorped. Oh, yeah, I forget.
Oh, yes.
Chorped. Okay, so here's the PJs. Another reference to TCAP. Uh-oh.
The toes.
Busted toes.
Toes.
Ultra Peach, his enemy. That's the small pizza. Oh, what's this? Is that a Jeep with a flamingo on it? That doesn't belong there. But I put it there. Because look, this is like a fucking horse and buggy. There's a caveman back here.
I want the Jeep with the flamingo to get in a race with the murder bug.
I need to put some sort of car themed thing together because I have a lot of car assets. Inspiration hasn't struck yet. But guess what the prompt was for this body type and the head that I had to remove? Snot themed super villain.
What?
It came out very red. A lot of the ones that came out with were very red. This one was the most green and looked the most like snot, so I kept him.
AI seems to suffer from a lot of nosebleeds.
Yeah.
It's got a problem. It's very dry where he is.
I was going to say, it's got to be dry.
So obviously here's the bathroom cougar. Still patent pending. I'm working with some companies.
It's another classic image, though.
It's coming. Yeah, I love this. And this is like as is. I didn't do anything except add the words. This, obviously, gibberish.
Yep.
But yeah, it came out really good. I was like, hey, bathroom mountain lion. Because here's the thing. Even though it won't depict murder or if you put in nudity, anything like that, it goes, no, sorry, dude. If you type in bathroom cougar, it will give you nude women in restrooms. Or as close as it can. There were sometimes no breasts, sometimes many breasts, sometimes there were no heads. It was a real shit show. Anyway, so this is Krista's supervillain persona. So here's the villain, supervillain, a leader. I don't have any names for these guys yet, sorry, but it's the Dark Roast Syndicate.
He looks like somebody who needs to, who wanted to be in Flash Gordon.
Oh, like Ming the Merciless?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe he's
along that era.
Beans the Merciless. No, that's stupid. But you can see the mud monsters here. Java. She got her coffee. Thursday, 7:30. Don't miss it. They haunt every gas station because sometimes when you buy a coffee, they'll throw in a donut for free.
Yeah.
And that's why they attack.
And that's why they attack.
So if you're wondering, like, well, that's a weird name. Why? PJ wanted it to be called the Gobstoppers. Get this out of here.
Because those gobs will not stop themselves.
Yeah, so we're the Gobstoppers. You see, obviously, everybody runs to PJ, or not PJ, but RJ's thighs. Everybody in the Discord is like, look at them gams. Hairless, am I right? Smooth as silk. They're like alabaster. But I added the seagulls, obviously, but look at here. Oh, look at that little guy.
Oh, hello.
Huh.
Look at that little guy. He's right there.
Now, is he just a watcher from afar, or is he
So
like a mascot?
These are all ancillary characters. Oh, and he should be behind the foot. Okay, so here you can kind of see his head.
Yeah, there's the Booker Monk.
But he's still,
villain.
So here are all of our ancillary characters. These guys actually are good guys. That's a good guy. There's a bad guy. Booger Man's a bad guy.
Do I have a superhero name?
Not yet. Your skin tone on the photo I pulled of you is always off, so I need to do something about that. But most of people don't have names.
The three of you all have superhero names.
Well, and plus, okay, so yeah, we do, because as I was doing it, I was immediately interrupted. I ran out. But I gave you have a whole villain team, the Dark, whatever.
The Dark Roast. I like
The
that.
Dark Roast Syndicate.
So you could be the light roast.
Okay, so here's Butt Chuggington's counter, the Guzzler. He drinks beer the old-fashioned way, through the mouth. He doesn't want it in the butt. So he fights, for your right to party. Now, I put the beer in the hand. That was maybe one of the things I'm most proud of, because if I didn't tell you, you might not know.
It's like a puppet hand.
Yeah, and
Fuzzy.
look at the pinky is coming up at
A
a
little dislocated.
crabby angle. Or maybe he's growing an ear there. I don't know.
Maybe
But yeah.
he's already fought Butt Chuggington a number of times and got away with like a little piece of his
Yeah.
body as a prize.
Oh, yeah, he's got
Carries it
a...
around as a piece of Lux, like someday.
Yeah, he got a part of his butt, and he put it on a ring. That's how he gets his power. But yeah, the Guzzler. He doesn't have a time yet. Oh, here are the PJs. That's just a quartet. So these guys are like the village people, where you got the laid-back one, the cop, the tux guy, and then the liquor salesman who's also dead, as you can see.
I like that they have matching hats.
And the fact that they don't sit quite right, I think, is the funniest part. Yeah, those are the PJs. They also perform exclusively in graveyards.
Of course.
Exclusively.
Oh, this is another. I stuck all these frogs. This is the only original one, so I stuck all the other ones and I put a little Buddha quote there. But look at this guy. Look at his cute little face.
Yeah.
He's like a bulldog frog. So goddamn adorable. Oh, so this is a supervillain for RJ. This is the Snackcinerator. He is
like a cross
against
between Hawkman and Kratos.
Yeah, isn't that weird? He's a lemon-themed supervillain, so obviously he's very angry. I had to drop all the color out of him because he was yellow, but odd choice, right? Very jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
But yeah, he's totally against snacks and eating between meals.
It's like a down arrow. His nose is just a down arrow.
Yeah, because he's a real downer.
Yeah.
He says down with snacks between meals. Even though burgers are technically considered a meal, we're burning it because they came with fries.
Maybe they're sliders.
So I
Big
asked
slide.
for onion rings.
I should have dropped the color out of the fries too, but the red I think would have been striking. Stupid that I kept the fries in color. We'll work on that later. So here we are. Our robot friends. Obviously, Scott has joined the side of evil. And he is working with them.
But why am I in the picture with the superheroes?
Because you're on the different character, obviously. Different body type. You're not holding the cup. You are a obviously in most of these superhero shenanigans, there's always one of the villain's right-hand mans that switches sides, like Martian Manhunter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a coffee-themed superhero who now works for the side of good.
Okay.
The other one is the evil one. Maybe you're twins. I haven't worked out the mythology yet. But one's good, one's bad. This is the coffee-themed one who now works with the hint of lemon.
With a hint.
But you can see he's still our villain, our Darth Vader, if you will. With the 3 heads. Okay, so this is full of shit. This is inside the movie theater. We got the cops sticking it out. My son is here 3 times. There's Roush. This is a flamingo-themed superhero. Nice butt, right? So there's the bathroom cougar. There's my son sticking his hand behind his poster. There's the Pizza Planet original. Obviously, Bigfoot showed up to pull Andy out from behind the Store Weirs poster.
Because, I mean, who else would do it?
Yeah, and look at his hand. It just lends itself. Plus, they have an illicit affair that I wasn't supposed to tell you about. The Olin Mills advertisement.
Thank goodness this isn't going on the internet.
Yeah, don't tell anybody, guys.
No, baby Elliot.
There's baby Elliot.
Oh.
Here's oops, crap. This is the original sponsor of Lemon Limbo before he was dropped. See, classy as hell, right? We got Chris Hansen coming in, checking things out, making sure there's no predators. There's the original poster for the black and white version. Missing anything?
So is Murder Camera a colorized film?
Yeah, the reboot was. It's kind of like House of Wax. The original was in black and white, and in the 40s by Vincent Price.
Oh, so it's not the same movie, but just hand colorized, like the whole system. That
Oh yeah, RKO.
Back
Like,
in the
yeah, they rotoscoped it from start to finish. Oh, wouldn't you? Oh, that'd be somebody do that. Rotoscope a movie. Don't change a thing. Just rotoscope it. Anyway, here's me gonna punch Trung.
He was asking for it.
Yeah, he was asking for it. Look at that smile on his
He
face.
lied during the werewolf game.
This is recompense for being such a shit one-night ultimate werewolf player.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna clock him one. He can't even put his gloves on right. Look how cartoony they are. Where'd you get those? The dollar store? What were those free assets, if
Damn
you
it,
will?
Trung.
Yeah, but look how AI makes very doughy bodies. But that's Trung's actual body. So look at that.
Maybe the AI is just making
Svelte.
the like the classic American.
Maybe, but sometimes, and maybe we'll get to it. I can't remember if I got one, but it'll put out some really weird looking hobos if you ask it. Okay, so this is to catch a matinee. Nothing really to unpack here. There's Jim. Chris. Oh, Dell's in the bathroom. Check on our toe. There's the officer. Okay.
Oh,
So this is a lot going on. Again,
yes.
my favorite animal beyond flamingos is toads. So I love this little guy, how sassy he is. I love how shocked this one is. Yeah, this one I felt came from the Andes. Bought it at a shop, maybe handmade. I like that. That's why I put that there. Obviously, I had to put some flamingos in there because I'm not stupid. There's the like seriously toad.
Now, is that a photo of a serious toad, or is that like a ceiling cat?
A ceiling cat?
Where it's actually a toad looking through a hole.
Oh, no, that was... Wait, this one?
No, is up at the top of the picture, at the top of the entire image. Yeah, that toad right there.
This one.
Is that intended to be a picture of a toad, or is it intended to be an actual toad looking from the other room?
That's intended to be a... Oh, that's a good question. I intended it initially to be a picture, like a family portrait. But yeah, it could be like you got a drywall saw, just checking out what's going on this side. Yeah, I'm not against that.
You just pushed out the vent. The vent.
Checking out the modern art. That was very expensive.
Ooh.
I can't remember. I can't remember if that's the original part of this or not. I really fucked with this image a lot. So there's my totally delicious pizza. Nice. These guys will be happy to help you. There's that drunk toad again. Everywhere she goes, she brings her wine.
Totally delicious.
But look at that AI generated pizza.
That is a beautiful pizza.
Yeah.
Fire baked?
Yeah, the burn marks, yeah.
I'd eat that. Totally delicious. And then the toad disappears.
Oh. Should go to the bathroom.
Oh. Boop. So here's another toad house.
Toad house.
So again, Chris Hansen, never far from my mind. Dell, Jim, there's my son again. Here's an AI of a lady serving salmon to a flamingo.
Nice.
Shrunk it down, put it in here. Who's that?
Oh.
That's Jules from the Arizona Museum of Natural History.
Tony would eat that pizza. Yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah, totally.
We'd all eat that pizza.
So this is a flamingo toad that did not come out well. And this happy little fella. Let's see what else. Oh, there's the letter E made out of tropical bird. So this I was actually very happy with. So happy that I kept it despite my refusal of keeping, because this is it.
Now that's a Halloween sweater.
Yeah. Well, it's chunky in the boob area. I don't know what's going on there. It always, if you ask it for a sweater, 80% of the time I would get boobs. So I had to turn down a lot of flamingos that made me very uncomfortable. Because they were like, these are fine, but they were cartoonishly big sometimes, is what I'm getting at. Look at that. I can't believe this guy. What? This guy. Also one of my favorites because of the face. Oh? I had to, like, when you're looking at them, they're like blurry because they're in the background. I did that personally. I'm very happy with that free effect. Oh, and look at that. Booze. Toad House. There's another one, Toadsville. Obviously, all their classic characters are back. He's had better days, but you know what? He's trying his hardest. We're moving on. There's Trung.
These toad houses, are they all different houses, or are they different rooms of the same house?
It's like in the Toad District. It's like a very small, it's like really a block and a half in San Francisco where all the toads moved in and gentrified it.
It's like a little Italy.
A lot more ponds. Yeah, kind of like a little Italy, but it's a toad-based culture. Yeah. So here's Trunk celebrating his certificate at fastest Rubik's Cube dude.
Baby Dalton.
Baby Dalton celebrating with him. And this Toad's back. He can't believe it. What? They gave you that shirt too? Wow!
He didn't have to make that shirt himself?
No.
Wow.
They gave it to him. When you win, they give you a free shirt. It's sleeveless, of course, because you want to show off your guns from being so good at the Rubik's Cube. There's some fries on the floor, just for shits.
Now, just as an aside, talking about Rubik's Cubes, I saw this thing. They have a Rubik's Cube out now that has the stickers that have the different colors on each little square are heat sensitive. And so the Rubik's Cube looks like it's all black.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
That is ridiculously evil.
Unless you're like in a hot room. Or you do it outside here, basically all year.
That's true.
That's a life hack right there.
It's an interesting idea. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it's an interesting idea.
I would get that for Trung.
Yeah, he loves torture.
Yeah.
So here's another promotion image for FFOP TV. Baby Dalton sitting in my favorite chair.
Now remind me exactly who Baby Dalton is or where the name comes from.
Scott's cat.
Scott's from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Scott's cat is named Dalton. And this is an AI generated cat that just looks exactly like Dalton were he a cute little oil painted kitten.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's
He's
Baby
like
Dalton.
a big Maine Coon.
Yeah, real puffy. Okay, so a lot going on here. It's a very dangerous alley. Obviously, Bigfoot hangs out in dangerous places.
Obviously.
But if you look up here, we got a bobcat. And also, what's that? Another Bigfoot? What?
You mean
Look.
there's more than one?
See this guy? He's like, you know what? Not today. There's the bathroom cougar being like, what am I doing here? There's my son drunk on Mike's Hard Lemonade.
So the bobcat up the top, is that a urinal bobcat?
Yeah, that is a urinal bobcat. Oh, but who's this? Oh, Jules, what are you doing there? Oh, it was like and then this guy's. And Elliot's back there too. He's reaching his hand into a mail slot, trying to commit mail fraud. I tried to stick in the early days, all I did was try and stick as many things in the images as I could. So I was constantly cranking out new shit.
It's a good search and find book. FFOP search and
Yeah.
find.
Here's Snack Attack.
Nice.
Not much to say there.
Nice.
Again, really good AI limits, but then you go, what's happening here?
It's all right. One of them got a little big on one side.
But still believable.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with that one, though. The thumb is... something's not right. But hey, we're flashing by. Oh, there we go. So... he was checking out an uncensored episode of Dog Hunters. But since he's the boss, now you're fired.
Yeah.
Look at that hand. Yeesh. Oh, the weirdo police. Mervin, what are you getting up to now? Not much.
I like that they have different uniforms.
Yeah. It greatly, wildly... Because, again, it'll be like the sleeveless guys from the Long Beach one. I've got a very fat cop that I haven't found a use for yet that's in a very regal uniform.
What's with the person in the background?
That's just part of the AI because you can see the head. Not
Are they
there.
checking, like dusting for prints?
Yeah, I was thinking that was like forensics.
Yeah, it's a CSI person, but they were in situ.
Uh-huh.
And, and didn't come out so great, but they're doing their job.
Yeah. They're trying their best.
Getting it done. Come on. Is that it? We're at the end.
Wow.
Ta-da!
That was an impressive mix.
I think, anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole slideshow, everybody.
Wow.
We did it. And it was all weird, right?
I wouldn't have expected any less and enjoyed every minute of it.
I feel like we need to get a pet toad.
I've had zillions of them. Like
I've never had one.
I've gotten all out of my system. I can appreciate them for what they are now. I don't need to be constantly around them because I don't know. They're kind of a pain in the ass to take care of too.
Oh.
In a desert, having something that needs to be constantly around water, and not only that, like on a functional level of taking care of an animal, you want them to be dry as hell. Like the wetter they are, the grosser you have to.
The grosser they feel.
Yeah, well, no, the grosser you have to get while cleaning up after them.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you got a lizard living in a dry desert, they'll drop a little raisin. Whoop, pop it out of there. If you're a turtle or a salamander, you're dropping huge, gooey, gross, and it's all circulating. No, not good.
That's why I don't have fish.
Yeah, you want a dry pet. Take it from this guy. Dry pets. Dry dogs are dry, cats are dry. I mean, it's iffy sometimes, but yeah, it's my scorpions totally dry.
Ugh.
Love them though. Look at him. Look at him. He's posing for you right there
Right there.
on the little castle. Little fingers open. Anyway, guys, thanks for showing up. If you did, I appreciate you going through all of that with us. Because, like, why did we do that, right?
It's
But-
nice to have a little bit of what we see in the green room explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they're, we've got such a long lineage. And I'm pulling references from up to 10 years now. So it's, a lot of people have come and obviously, like, who cares? It's just a bunch of funny pictures. But in case you were wondering, not much. I'm still trying to put together. I was telling you, everybody here off air, I'll tell you guys on air. I'm trying to put together an image for Adam Hubbard, the lobster ghost detective. I got the detective part. I got that. No problem. Lobster ghost, still a problem.
I'm telling you, lobsters don't have souls. You're not going to find one.
Tony, everything makes sense to him now. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that really
Opened up your eyes.
You go, oh yeah, it's like reading an annotated version of the Odyssey. You go, oh, that's what that means. Oh yeah, yeah. This is a lot like the Odyssey. Classic poetry in this show. Together at last. I guess that's it. Is there anything you want to plug?
You know, I should have seen this question coming, but I can't think of anything.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but I
will say, based off of my experience, anybody who has the opportunity should visit the Phoenix Zoo.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I had a wonderful time there. It helped going with wonderful friends, but I had a great time.
It's wildly different. Like everything is changing so much at that place, and because I grew up the first 30 years of my life going there, not a single thing changed. Like that alligator paddock has been that way forever, everything. And like in the last 5 years, it's a completely different thing. So it's nice. But now, my son will probably look forward to that for the next 30 years. And then his son will be like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, I know it's great. It's definitely getting better because they kept calling themselves a world-class zoo for the longest time, and not to throw shade, like it's okay, but our climate really prohibits a lot of species. So we're like we can't have gorillas. We don't have a lot of stuff that can't take the heat. So we get a lot of tortoises. We get a lot of dry. We didn't even go through the Arizona trail, but whatever.
Yeah, we completely skipped that.
But yeah, that's that stuff you see all the time. You're from a desert. You know what a snake looks like.
Right.
You're not going to see a giraffe crossing the road or getting hit by a car. You see a skunk, you go, okay, yeah. Giraffe. Or those weird, everything. All the weird stuff with. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. It's like being born a dinosaur lover here. It's kind of a bummer. If you're an animal lover, being born in a desert, because everything here is brown. Mm-hmm. Everything south of the border, or even like going east or up north, everything has color again. But here we have like coyotes and doves and quails and foxes, and they're all cute and adorable and shit. And the rabbits, but they're all just like this smear of brown.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's why flamingos really pop. Or like the hornbills or whatever. Anything you go south of the border and they have a crazy colorful face or a big colorful ass. I mean, not that our gross brown stuff isn't great too, but it's nice to see a change every now and again.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I guess that's it. So thanks for showing up and doing that with us. Kayla, thanks for being on the show once again.
Thank you for having me.
And that's all I got, guys. So until next time, I should have been doing all of this in the meantime. We'll catch you later.
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.